Welcome everyone. We are going to talk about business video at scale. And the only reason I use the term business video is because this product is not free. If you're doing it on your own, this can work great for your YouTube channels. If you're putting out a lot of content out there, as we'll see in the presentation as we go along. So it's great for YouTube videos at a personal level too, but it does cost a little bit of money. And what I find is a very small fraction of money that you might have had to spend otherwise to create those same YouTube videos. Hi, my name is Suresh. I am so pleased to make a presentation of this product, which I'm not endorsing or I don't have any stake in. And intentionally, I did not have interaction with the company for the last couple of months just to make sure that this stays as neutral as possible. So what we're talking about here is a fully ready, off-the-shelf product, and I'll demonstrate and show you how it works. A fairly simple product where you will be able to make communication videos like trainings or YouTube videos or ideas that have mostly talking going on without really having any coding whatsoever. You don't have to do any coding. The tool does allow for extensions. You can expand it, extend it with APIs, and I'll show at the very end how you can do it in scale without, having to kind of redo things. You can just load maybe CSV files and create hundreds of videos automatically. All right, so that's the scope of this one. If this is of interest to you, please do stay along on this journey, which I hope will be a nice one. All right, so Synthesia is the name of the product. This is a company that is a London-based company. This was launched in 2017. It has built over the years, nearly 9 years now, a stack which which has become very, very powerful, as you will see. We did have a lot of noise a couple of years back when OpenAI brought out something called Sora. This is slightly different from that. Sora was more like building movies or scenes. This may be not the same thing as you will experience, but it is very focused and very good at what it does. Sora, I think they have kind of decided to abandon it. So, all that fun part is not returning money to a lot of people. So, it's something that didn't stick along. But this particular product, what I liked about it is that the entity has been sticking their guns at what they do and what they do good, and they just keep improving upon it day by day. They do have the ability to interface with Sora and other products to bring in scenes into your videos. But that's about all they do. But their product itself is more like talking head stuff. The best use of this product um, is mostly YouTube content. It's going to be like, as you will see, when we'll create some of these videos in this session, it's going to be more like a little more corporate kind of based if possible. The magic sauce that they have, and this is a beautiful piece, is that you create a video in a language that you're familiar with, and then you can have the product create multilingual videos, and it'll feel like very natural as the person is speaking in that particular language. So multilingual or going global is another thing that we can do with this particular product. And you will see again, there's a concept of templates, which will allow you to kind of reuse the same thing again and again to kind of personalize, make it more, video-based interaction with maybe your clients, your staff, your personnel, and things of that sort. All right, conceptually, when we are making a video, this is standard, whether you're making a movie or a video. And I did happen to have a chance of being a director for documentaries way back in the 90s, early 90s. I had done some of that using digital media. And so basically, it starts off with a script. You put everything in a stage, and then you get together actors to play their parts. And as a director or as the person, so you pretty much will be playing the role of the director. You could be the actor as well, and which we'll see later. you would basically be able to put together quickly videos. All of this is talk, and there's one or two more slides of talk before I actually start showing the product to you. Just wanted to set the base and the settings of some terms that we will kind of be using in this conversation. So what is Synthesia? And this is, as you will see, a snapshot from their website. It's not a video editor, things like Adobe Premiere, such products. And you're not actually taking shots and filming it and putting it together, or you're not just rendering it, rendering a scene, like, as I said, Soro and such similar products. It's more like um, something that will create a digital actor. So it's called a persona, a term I didn't use it before, but a digital persona is what it'll be able to create. And there are hundreds of existing personas that you can reuse. And I'll show you in my product, which I created very quickly in about half an hour. I'm just going to go through that again. And what it does is that digital actor takes the script and does a perfect lip sync and a perfect emotional lip sync instantly. There's no cameras, there's no studios, just your script, your idea, and then you have a great video coming out of it. In my case, I took a PDF document and I just fed it into Synthesia. I said, make a script for me. And it readily created a script. I had a 60-page document that we will see, and it created, and I told it I wanted to shrink the script so that it fits within 2 to 3 minutes. And it created a script which created a video of 2 minutes, 20 seconds. So it did a great job of taking the PDF, condensing it, creating the script for you, all the stuff that we do with, the LLM part of it, and then put it into the stage and create the video for me. So let me just take a pause here from the presentation PPT part of it and take you to the actual thing as to how it works. All right. So the PDF that I'm talking about was this. So basically, it's a policy document, a very boring subject. And what I'm trying to do here is create videos so that when my next manager comes in or my next administrator comes in, I have a video for them telling them what all pages to go to for specific items so that they're not looking at a library and trying to kind of figure out all of these 250 pages for this particular document, how it's going to work out. So I took this chapter one, 60 odd pages, and then I said, okay, get me a script. And it happily did that. And let's see what it looks like on the screen. So this is what the script looked like. In the bottom section, you can see the script. And it just condensed everything that I had in the PDF and created a script out of it. And and the rest of the magic is going to follow. So this is the first part of it, is the input or the script part of it. Then it comes down to the section of actors. In this case, I picked out this gentleman, and it's a already rendered product. So, we just take this, tweak it, put pauses. Like you can see here, I decided to put some pauses in here just to make it more realistic. And on the screen, you can kind of preview the audio part of it. So let me just play the audio part of it for now.
Welcome to this first section. This is about the governing body and HCA manager of the Visiting Angels of Monument. Pages 12 to 64 focus on the leadership structure, legal bylaws, annual evaluation processes, and the specific roles of the agency manager and backup manager.
All right, I don't want to bore you with the whole stuff, but bottom line, you can see a boring PDF document come to life with somebody narrating it. And the storyboard, as you can see, it looks a little complex and complicated right now, but this one, I turned on captioning on this one, so you could see the captions as it's being played out. All right, I'll pause here before I go back to the PPT. Any questions so far? If we have the mic around the room, I can probably hear them. If not, I'll keep moving. Any
Oh,
questions there, Sam?
we have a question right here in the front. What did you think about the quality of the script? I was wondering if you thought it was sufficient or you had to adapt or change it after you saw it.
Great question. In this case, the answer is no. But it is definitely something that you may want to consider. And the reason is that they are good at trying to squeeze it within a particular time frame. So they took the script and I tried tweaking it on another product. And what I found is that that product was not sensitive to the time window, whereas this one was more sensitive to the time window. Now, here the question could be, was it context sensitive enough or content sensitive enough? That's again a human, will have to kind of look at that and uh, decipher and determine whether the quality is good enough. In my case, it was perfect. By the way, what's your name?
Oh, what's your name? Ah. Lily, thank you for the answer.
All right, so let's do something. Let's try to create a video.
Okay.
So I have put out an actor here, all right?
Oh,
And,
we have two questions. Do you
oh,
have?
sure.
All right. And then
So, so there are so many AI video generators, like from Firefly to what you have shown. So, how do you compare which ones are good? And second is there any LLM models or models we use think which we can use to do it ourselves free?
For the video, I can answer the second part first. The answer is no, not to the level of quality that you require. The first part, Firefly. Firefly is another product which has been sitting out there for a long time. What I think the difference between this and that is that this one has focused on the talking heads part very specifically, and that's a great amount of content that I see in the business world right now, in the YouTube world right now. It's mostly a lot of the talking heads, and I'm not able to find anyone who is doing a job better than this with the version that came out 3 months back. Again, things do change over a period of time, as you know, right? So
Yes.
that answer would change later.
My name is Madha. My question is, what's the name of this product?
It's called Synthesia.
Is it a British company? Is that what you said?
Yes, it's a London-based company.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I missed the name out, but if I can put it in here, Leila, or was it? If you can spell it out.
oh,
Or
I'm
maybe
sorry.
I'll put your name, Sam. How about that? All
Yeah,
right.
that.
So, so, so this is how we are creating a video. We have the script here. I picked up an actor, and let's first hear the audio part of it.
Hi everyone, pleased to join you at the April meetup. My name is Sam.
All right, that was short. And I'm keeping it short just to make sure that we can generate it in time. So if this is looking good, then I can say generate video, and it'll go ahead and do the parts that it's got to do, which is put all this stuff together. And in the meantime, let me go back to the PPT, and we'll come back to this and see how well it did. It just takes a few minutes, but we'll kind of go through that in shortly. All right. Any other questions before I move on?
Any questions? Oh,
Good. All right.
uh,
So
we have one question in the back.
sure.
Sorry.
Can you customize any of it where you can bring your own photos in or your own backgrounds?
Good question, and that's getting answered as we move along. So the idea is that you don't want somebody else's talking head for your video, right? So the answer is yes. And it's fairly simple to do that too. Anyway, I won't be able to demo it today, but it's something that you can demo out. So they offer a free 3-minute trial. That means your video can be of 3 minutes long, and that's for free. And it's not very expensive when you go to the paid version also. It's like kind of $1.50 per minute of video, which is, I think, very, very cheap. So I could be wrong, and if the numbers have changed in the last 2, 3 months, but it's very, very economical that way. So thing that we saw on the screen was I had picked out an actor. So there's already a stock of actors, a lot of actors with their own personalities, their own tones, and everything else that you can pick out. And, like in the case I'd picked out, I think the gentleman was called Ryan or whatever it was. I just used him for my video. And, that's as far as the actors is concerned. And the stage, the screen that I showed you, that's pretty much the stage. But basically, in the storyboard, you will put together, and you could have many steps of the video if it's a longer video. But in this case, I was able to fit in about 2 minutes of video with all these. You can see the text at the back there, stuff of that sort, the captions that are running. There's also a video on the corner, which is actually a moving video that I've incorporated into the video, into my thing. So, so it's basically this is how the stage looks like. It's got options to do TikTok. It's got options to do, YouTube, things of that sort, which is basically, how most of these video stages look like. Um, if no questions, I'll move to the next one, which is answering the question that came out a few months back. So it's called creating a personal avatar or a personal actor. It's basically your own face and what you have to do. And this, by the way, when I tried it out, I tried to do it and break it and try to do it many times, but they give you a short 2-minute video, which you're supposed to record. You should ideally do it on the system itself, or you also have the option of recording something in a scenario where you cannot carry your laptop or your system with you. So you can do, your avatar standing in the street, which would mean that you would record that video and bring it back and upload it and say, make a avatar out of it. And the beauty about it is you can create as many avatars of yourself as you like. So it's kind of it's easy to create it. It takes about 2 minutes. The generation takes a few hours, but uh, with a 2-minute video, they're able to create a lot of stuff that will, emote well for all the conversations that you want to have. But if you find it's not doing well enough, you just create another avatar. And there are people who have created 8 and 10 avatars and they use all of that. Their test teams have created like 50, 60 avatars and they all work well. All right. And all of this is kind of like you're not having to go into a studio setting. You don't have to kind of get expensive cameras. It's kind of pretty good. Most of the cameras these days, even the phones, do beautiful job of allowing you to create your own avatars. Now, I know I'm moving kind of slightly fast here, but there is the digital twin, but he can go global. So all you do is, I've not actually tried this. I've not tried this out myself. So I'll have to trust what the company says about the fact that they have 130 languages. But the fact is that you create a video in English, and if you just dub it, the lip sync is not going to match in a different language. But if you just regenerate it, it's going to match perfectly. So, it kind of gives a more personal touch where you're able to speak a different language on the video without having to learn it, which was like kind of exciting for me. But, it's a feature that is available on this product. The part is that they're probably tempting you to do it because it's also money for them. Because if you create a 10-minute video, they're going to charge you for generating every 10 minutes for each language. But anyway, that's probably their business model, which works that way. So I'll pause here again for any questions and I'll go back to the video
have
and
a
see if it got
comment.
created.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Closer? Oh, I have a comment I want to add. So I actually saw this company at a conference that I attended. So they showed this translation feature, and the man that was talking, his avatar, showed us a quick video. And then they quickly changed it to Japanese. And this guy was, saying exactly what the script was in Japanese. And it was, blind. And two Japanese people were in the audience, and they said, no, this is a good translation. So I've seen it live, and I don't speak or read Japanese and understand it, but it looked real to me. And there was two Japanese folks in the audience that said that it worked well.
All right, thank you so much. I think this video is ready, and let's see how the lip sync
Hi
goes.
everyone, pleased to join you at the April meetup. My name is Sam.
So it didn't take too long to create that, right? So just a sense of what that is. And if you want a longer video, I think I have the video, which is like, just give me a moment if I can pull that up. Yeah, this was the actual video that we created out of that stuff.
Pages 12 to 64 focus on the leadership structure, legal bylaws, annual operations. On pages 14 through 16, we document the specific designation of our leadership, Suresh Nambiar, as the primary. A key requirement found on page 39 is the consumer record audit. This ensures that we evaluate active and closed client records at least quarterly to confirm that our documentation, such as service agreements and care plans, is complete and accurate.
All right. Thanks for the comment and the experience. This is what the community does, and all of us can see things from a different lens. I'm so pleased to hear that the translation worked well. And yeah, so this entity, Synthesia, has been focusing on what I would call this kind of videos, just this kind of videos, and they're good at it. So to answer another other question that kind of came up, let me go back to my presentation and get it rolling. All right. And Sam, if there are any other questions in the room, I'm more than happy to take them right now, or I can take them later also.
Does anybody have any other questions? No, I think.
Perfect. Now let's go into another powerful feature here in the in the early PC era. When we used to send out letters, there used to be a concept of what is called mail merge. You know, like you have a list of names and you send out letters, and the magic was that it just churn out everybody a letter with the variables that you put in. And that's the concept here. So if I may actually use a example video, I'll just show what it is. But before that, I just wanted to give you the whole concept. It's basically you define variables within the script, and then you kind of can map the data to those variables that you're defined in a particular order and just create videos on the fly. And that's like a very powerful thing, in my opinion, for a lot of personalization effort that can be achieved by this tool. So let me just go to that section where, hold on, just trying to get out of this. All right, so what we have here is that this is called a template, and there are some standard templates here which I'm picking up for demo purposes. But the video like I created here in the previous section, just let me move this Zoom part out here, and I can. So this video here, I could actually put variables in my script, and I could then generate or churn, create a template, and then just keep generating that for different, different requirements. So let's pick up this model. I'm just kind of just picking one at random. So this one was a little simpler, and what I'll do is I'll just personalize it. Okay. So what it's got a few names. I'm just picking a name at random because I heard another name here of a gentleman in this room, Madhav, and pleased to meet you, Madhav. Let's make you work at Apple as a director, and I'm just going to put some stuff in here and an email. So all I put in the variables, and what it's going to try to do is generate a video which will be personalized to, I can also actually just experience this in the editor. without having to generate the video, but you can probably experience that. So you can see the the variables have been filled in, and we can do the same stuff that we did before, which is like generate the video out of this. Um, any questions? Like here, for example, you can see that, like in my case, I just had one scene. You can have multiple scenes for your videos. And in case of generate, I don't want to generate a very long video, so I'll just delete out most of the scenes and see if it can generate. Or maybe just play out the audio part of it, since you guys.
Thank you for booking your first call with us for the director at Apple. Here's what you can expect.
There you go. Probably I can generate it in a quick short time, but it's all right. Let's do it.
We have a question in the chat.
Sure.
Can it create multiple people talking to each other?
I have personally not tried it, but I'm just trying to think through as to why it cannot. It definitely, I have seen demos of it where it's like people sitting across a conference room and talking to each other. Yes, I have seen that in a demo, but I've not tried that out myself. So the answer, I think, is yes. But again, feel free to experiment. That's the whole idea, to excite you guys to go out, try this out. Oh, by the way, I'm not pushing or publicizing anybody here. I'm just saying that anybody who has value in creating videos will be able to see a great benefit. For me, the benefit was that I was trying to take a very boring and a mundane task and allow myself to create videos so that if I'm not around, my next person or next hire can be trained without without a boring approach of read this PDF. So it was going to be more like, here's the sections. You will have to read the PDF for the details, but at least it tells you where to find what material. We can generate this video and see if there are any other questions coming up. That's pretty much mostly what I have for today's session on Synthesia. So basically, just imagine that if you had 100 people coming in, and the thing that we interactively entered on the screen, like the name, the designation, and all that stuff, you could just upload a CSV and create 100 videos, each person's personalized video. And it's not very expensive. But the impact and the personalization and the warm feeling that that person will feel that, hey, this company maybe cares for me, distinguishing you from someone else. All right. Kind of gathering that there are no questions in the room.
Oh, we have one. Or
Oh,
we
you
have
do?
two. We have two.
Okay.
There you go.
Hi, it was fantastic presentation. I have a quick question. So if I create 100 such videos customized, I have to store those 100 videos, right?
Sure.
Or is there any other way of on-the-fly customization, some kind of thing?
No, so it is generate a video, and right now the experience of mine is that it's generating MP4 files. So, the MP4 files definitely need a place to exist, right? So yes, there will be storage requirements. But these videos are not, if you're creating 10-second videos, 20-second videos, 30-second videos, it's like not a lot of storage anymore.
Yeah, here's another question. So if we do videos that are like mostly stock photos with a narration, and a narration with not a voiceover narration, but a just plain text narration, would there be a way to sort of integrate like sort of action type footage, not
Yeah, sure.
footage with the narration and the sometimes visible talking head?
Yes, absolutely. So here is in my case, I'd used it also. So so this video is actually taking long. It may not complete in the time that we have, but as you can see in my sample video, and I can show how it actually works also. This section is a moving clip. So let me pull out the actual video that's playing and go to that section where that video is playing. I hope that answers that question. Let's see. So you see, this is a video clip.
Welcome to this first section. This is about the
Was that the question you had?
Oh, hold on.
The stage entirely with,
Can you repeat that?
yeah, could you have like a clip, a video clip sort of embedded, and you
Yep.
also have the stage that you started out with? And
Yep.
can you like completely replace the stage with the clip?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This could be a full video, right? The
Yeah.
background could be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's up to your creativity.
Okay.
The option is there. So you're basically blending in an object, which is a moving video, into the script. And that's how it looks on the script. You have a video. So this is an object here. And, it's a video that you have brought in from somewhere. And you stage it to come in at some time and leave at some time and all that kind of stuff. You can make this transition, move in, it can kind of zoom in, become the whole stage. Yeah, it's really up to your creativity at that point.
Do we have any other questions? Oh, I don't think we have any other questions.
Wonderful. Makes me feel happy that at least I was able to get across to a few people, or it didn't get across to anyone. I don't know which one it is, but just kind of sharing with you. Typically, we bring this up in a section which is like what's new, what's happening. This is a slightly more expanded version of a product, version 3 of this Synthesia that came out. I think it was in January. So we kind of are kind of showcasing a product which we have no connections with, by the way. Just to give you an idea about a tool that's available out there, but it's got a very specific and particular use case or a purpose which a lot of people have use for. All right. Okay, if there are no more questions, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. It's always a pleasure. And we are always excited to see the excitement in your side to come over to spend your valuable weekend time. And I'm hoping that, this is helping you and your journey as much as it's helping us and learning as well. So we learn from each other in this process. Thank you.